What is up, everyone? Nick here with another review for Arrow Season 3. Now, this episode was titled Draw Back Your Bow, and it's the 7th episode of the season. So, we get to see the origin of Green Arrow villain Cupid from the comics, and her origin in the show, I'm not exactly sure how much of a departure it was from her comic book counterpart, but in this one we get her essentially being saved from the Arrow during the attack by Slade's army on Starling City back in Season 2. And basically ever since she was saved by Arrow, she's become fascinated with him and wants to just be anywhere near him and love him and stuff like that. It's kind of creepy, actually. But she was played by guest star Amy Gumenik, who I thought did a really good job, actually. It's always pretty refreshing to see new actors come onto the show, even if it's just for like an episode or two, because, you know, we have the same cast every week, and it's just cool to see like a character or like an actor from a different show. Like I think she was on Supernatural. I remember her from that, so that was cool. And in this episode, it was really like I think central on the relationship between Ray Palmer and Felicity, because that just keeps going forward, and it's really becoming a problem for Oliver because he's losing his focus and he's not like he just doesn't have his head in the game. And there's a really great scene where Diggle gives him a pep talk, and it reminded me of like Season 1, because I love those interactions between Oliver and Diggle where they have like this almost a father-son relationship. They have like a really good on-screen chemistry. I mean, they're not father-son, but like he has this mentor relationship with him. I think is really cool. But one thing that kind of sucked about this episode was that Queen Consolidated basically becomes Palmer Technologies because Ray Palmer bought the company out and stuff, and he's moving forward. But like the new logo of Palmer Technologies is cool because it has like an atom spinning around it. So I thought that was a nice like subtle reference to the character. So yeah, Gotham should take notes on that, like subtle references, not in your face. But yeah, I think Oliver basically losing his company and everything, and it getting rebranded as Palmer Technologies, I think that could definitely set up for the Ollie that we see in the comics coming, like in the future of this show. Like he doesn't have a company anymore, so he doesn't have to pretend to be a businessman or all that. He doesn't really have to have so much responsibility. Now he can really focus on being the hero that Starling City needs. And basically, by the end of the episode, Oliver is able to stop Cupid by like luring her out, because he goes to her psychologist and figures out that the only way to stop her is going to be to accept her and like bring her in and pretend that you're going to go along with whatever she wants. And they fight, and then they both fall down on these train tracks, and Cupid handcuffs him and is like, if I can't have you, then nobody can. So Ollie breaks free, but I think he has to break his wrist or something, or like dislocate his hand or something. It's pretty crazy, but he's able to break free, and he saves both of them, and he takes Cupid in to Amanda Waller, which I thought was actually so surprising. When I saw the episode, I was like, whoa, I thought she would just go to prison or something like Iron Heights, but he took her to Waller, and she's going to be on the Suicide Squad now. And it was pretty cool that they threw another reference at Harley Quinn by saying that Cupid is even crazier than the last girl they had. So again, another great subtle reference to a character in the DC universe, like not like Gotham's doing it, where they're like, oh, look at this Riddler mug, I'm the Riddler, I'm gonna be a Riddler one day. Yeah, so at the end of the episode, we get a really cool tease at Ray Palmer's costume, because he's like alone in his office, and he brings up a digital like presentation of it, basically sort of like in Iron Man 1, how Tony Stark had the suit before it was created, and he had like a digital rendering of it. It was 3D and stuff. It looked really cool. And then we get our first look at Captain Boomerang in costume, and I thought that was really awesome too. And so yeah, I mean, overall, I thought this episode was really solid. There was good moments in it, and a lot of setting up and stuff, and for other characters. And they even called Roy Arsenal when they were out, like Roy and Oliver out on a mission, and he called him Arsenal. I thought that was really awesome that he finally recognized him as Arsenal. But yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for sure. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Are you excited for the crossover episode? What do you think of Captain Boomerang's introduction? Do you guys want to see the Atom suit up at some point this season or next, possibly? Just let me know what you guys think down below, and I guess I'll see you guys next week for another review of Arrow.